I'm doing 1,000 times more to promote good health by running a health and fitness center that promotes good health and nutrition. I teach people about exercise and nutrition and a healthy lifestyle.
The possible repercussions from public health are no longer intimidating to Mark Pacheco, the owner of the Strength and Health Gym off 21st Street.
They've never complied, will never comply, don't plan on complying.
So you've been previously cited before. What's your motivations for defying the lockdown?
Well, you know, if it was up to me, I wouldn't be defying anything. It would just be business as usual because of all these ridiculous draconian laws that they've imposed on small business, making it impossible for us to operate. There comes a point where you either have one of two choices. You can either submit and comply and be out of business and have nothing to fall back on, or you can do the opposite and just try to survive and make do and throw caution to the wind and see what comes of it.
So you appear to be you're strong on your beliefs. How far are you willing to take this if they don't end up opening the gyms anytime soon?
You know, my intent is not to be confrontational. I didn't sign up for this to be problematic in terms of the way my approach would necessarily be. I want to just live and let live and just have the opportunity to conduct business the way that everybody else wants to do, just to live life and not to be encumbered with laws and regulations that are going to make it difficult for us to operate. And the thing is, they're being so uncertain and indecisive as far as what they do intend to, the restrictions they intend to impose, that they're leaving us in the dark. It's kind of vague right now. So if it was left up to them, we would just sit with our, sitting on our thumbs, not knowing what the future holds until they're darn good and ready to give us an answer. And we can't do that. We have to move on with our lives. You know, nobody can just live day by day not knowing what the future holds. We don't know if it's going to be this week, next month, next year. So there comes a point where it's about survival. And you just can't let them control and dictate the course of our futures.
Yeah, so I see a lot of happy bodybuilders in here. Have you heard any feedback from them?
You know, a lot of people are very happy that I'm open. They're very appreciative of the fact that I did stand up for them and have a place for them to go. And, you know, there's more than meets the eye. Even me, in light of this recent development with this COVID thing, it's given me even a greater appreciation as to the importance and the value of health and exercise and fitness. You know, I've had so many people that have approached me that said that, for example, they suffer from PTSD and they have issues there whereby for them to be away from the gym causes them a lot of issues and it just a lot of pent-up frustration and anxiety, and they need this as an outlet. And just people that have been doing this for years whereby this has become their lifestyle, their way of life, and now suddenly it's taken from them. I mean, who'd have thought something we take for granted that's recreational, that we enjoy doing, and then suddenly there's these restrictions that came out of nowhere where the whole world comes to a screeching halt. It's emotionally very distressing, and a lot of people, regardless of what their emotional state is or their walk of life or how committed or they are to fitness, one way or the other, this is still something that is they enjoy, something they enjoy. This is their outlet, this is their recreation, and the fact that it's been deprived of them, they appreciate it more than ever. And I'm starting to see again the value on so many different levels. And so, yeah, I'm very proud to provide a place for them, and people do, give me a lot of credit for doing so. And I don't really feel, I feel a little bit humbled by that, because I'm just doing the best I can to stay open to conduct business. But now it's taken on a different flavor, the fact that I feel that I'm doing something important to contribute towards people's mental health and physical well-being.
Right. So what do you think is more important, wearing a mask in public or having a strong immune system, a strong mind, a strong body? What's your opinion on that?
Don't get me started. I think the mask is the most ridiculous things. Like stop trying to stop a bullet with a paper sack. And it's such a hypocrisy. And in my opinion, all it is just the way for the people in authority to try to pretend that they care about public health by putting on appearances where in fact it has absolutely zero and no value whatsoever. It's almost like a Three Stooges comedy. It's so ridiculous and so fabricated. It's pathetic. It's offensive, and it just disgusts me. But as far as immunity goes, I mean, I even hate to discuss it because to even dignify it as it applies to this COVID thing, because I'm one of those, as far as I'm concerned, there is really no issue any more than there ever was since time began in terms of there being flus and there being epidemics at different magnitudes that came and gone, and people really never made a big to-do about it. But suddenly, now all of a sudden, this is the thing to do. It's a big issue, and I feel that it's very politically motivated. Not to get into that, but so for those reasons, I will not dignify the whys or wherefores about wearing a mask. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the only reason I've ever known of people wearing masks is in hospitals, for example.
Right. A couple of months ago, Dr. Fauci was on the news during an interview saying a mask is pretty much worthless, and his opinion has changed. So he's also said that it's okay to have dates on Tinder. So he contradicts himself a lot. So other than that, if you can give Gavin Newsom a message, what would you want to tell him?
Enough is enough. We're done. We can't take this anymore, and we're not going to stand for it anymore. And the moral majority are standing up against those who are otherwise brainwashed, indoctrinated, and primed to go along with this, that make it difficult for the rest of us rational-minded people who are not willing to comply and move forward. And so I speak for those to tell him that we've had enough. The jig is up.
Cool. So a lot of meatheads all over the country are losing their gains. Do you want to give them a message of hope?
Never give up. Don't quit. Keep training hard. Everything's going to work out. It's going to get better. And if you need a gym to train at, here we are. Strength and Health Gym, Bakersfield.
Do you want to give an address and phone number?
That's 318 21st Street, Bakersfield, California.
Okay, cool. And I'll put a link in the description to his Facebook, other things. Anything else you want to add?
That's all.
All right, thanks.